have to? Okay.
Welcome everyone to this really, really unique series of Chaplain Dan doing, well, we're going to call it a devotional, but it's really a life situation that I'm going to invite you to participate in. Today, our theme for this and 2 other sessions is From Discouragement to Hope. From discouragement to hope. You don't see me, because who you do see is, in my mind, one of the clearest personifications of hope in the whole Wesleyan community. Our community is made up of teammates and residents who are hope givers, hope catalysts. And yet we're in a day where there is a reality of discouragement. I hear it in so many conversations with you. Our situation that we face today has to do with this resurgence of the COVID pandemic. And how is that going to affect us in the days ahead? Startling news comes practically every day. And so I want to focus on, in that reality, how do we claim and live hope, which is at the root of our faith. My guest today is Lisa Shockley. You see her in full-blown splendor. Lisa is the life enrichment assistant in our independent living community. And Lisa, you've agreed to talk to us a little bit about how you see the development of hope through the things that you personally lead sometimes, participate in sometimes. You're the encourager sometimes. But give us a bit of an illustration after you say a word about yourself. Lisa Shockley, welcome.
Well, thank you, Dan, for that lovely introduction. And yes, I am Lisa Shockley, Life Enrichment Assistant. I've been here for 3 years and am very grateful to Michelle Monk for bringing me onto the team. And one of the requirements of the job was enthusiastic. And so I just immediately knew that was definitely me. It just comes to me naturally. I can't explain it. But what folks didn't know about me is that I actually have a very wide breadth of experiences across a professional spectrum. And my experiences go from everything to having a Bachelor of Business Administration. I was an instructor in corporate world for customer service, as well as basic computers. I've actually written computer books on the basic level, managed technical teams, took all those experiences along with my creative side, which was a background in dance and music. Went on to do college drill team and other things. So I kind of have the type A and B personality and skills built in me, along with my mother, to whom I owe so much, because anything that needed to be done, you just did it. You became an expert at it. You did not ever question and have to not be independent. And she built me very strong to handle any situation that comes my way, which served me very well as a project manager and as a mom. And now that my kids are older, I've found a job that culminates all of my experiences and allows me to reach out to you in just dozens and dozens of ways. And though some of you may be like, she's just a little giddy all the time, but the reality is I am a little bit older, and I really take the word life enrichment extremely seriously, because I know what it's like to have difficult times, to just go through things in life that you just need something better. You need hope. I've definitely lived that, and I take that position seriously. And I know I've made some missteps along the way, but what I love about being here at the Wesleyan is that guilelessness is definitely, what do we say, that is a virtue.
That's good.
And because you've allowed me to get to know you, you know me, you found that the giddiness and my concern for you is actually genuine. We've been able to build a beautiful relationship, and you've corrected me when I need to be corrected, and you tell me the truth, and that means so much. And you allow me to come into your home all the time and do fitness and across just so many different things. And it's just a natural extension of who I am, and I truly feel you are family to me. And I'm just blessed to be in this job, because my entire life has actually culminated to have a career in life enrichment. So.
Lisa, that is incredible. You are an amazing, amazing gift to the Wesleyan community.
Oh, thank you. You're making my head a little big. I'm not sure if it's going to fit
well,
on
before
this
your head
camera.
gets too big, give us today just one illustration of, within your day-to-day activity, the programs you do, how do you see people moving away from discouragement to hope? How does that happen in your real world?
That is an excellent question. And what I see is that residents here see the opportunities that we are providing them that possibly could not be done as safely and within a community outside of maybe a campus such as this. And they've actually been responding to those opportunities. Those opportunities include getting back into fitness. And so folks coming in and just caring about themselves and again, grasping that opportunity.
Folks may see in the reflection, we're sitting here in the fitness center at for the East community.
Correct.
This is where you hang out a lot of time, isn't it, Lisa?
Yes, even though you may not see me in here as much between classes, because I'm all over the campus. I do so many different things, and I just want to note, yes, I am a tough instructor, but if you just do you, you will be good in one of my classes. And one of the things discussed when I came here was to offer some higher levels of fitness, just to give some variety. But as fitness instructors, we always encourage you to listen to your body. So I will take that title. I am a tough instructor, but I have raised people to levels that they did not know that they could do. And again, if you can't do something, I talk about how to do your break step. I've worked a lot more on that to make sure that folks do feel comfortable. So again, don't be scared of my classes. Come on and try them. And I'm always open to your feedback. And if you just listen to your body, you have a variety of levels you can do with me. But from fitness class, for example, today, I did beanbag, and beanbag has now grown into a quadruple header. It has a life of its own, a full rotation schedule as you would have in sports, and that comes
beanbag baseball.
Beanbag is definitely an extension of my personality. Yes, I grew up cheering in the stands and dancing for the football teams. And I'm not actually as much of an athlete as you might think. I was more of a dancer, but I'm so happy to have learned this game with you. And I really now understand baseball even more than I did just playing it on the sandlot. And I've been built into a pretty darn good umpire. Thank you, Steve Stevens and others that call me out when you think I'm not getting it right. And trust me, I write on the wrong score, but it took time for them to realize that no, it was just me getting it flip-flopped. It was not me rooting for a team. And in beanbag baseball, I think people really do see me at a place where I encourage everyone. And you talk about hope. Accepting that things sometimes are what they are,
right.
But if you persevere, when it happens, it's even sweeter. And so we obviously have our heavy hitters and some that aren't heavy hitters, but the bottom line is that if you come and you want to have camaraderie, you want to feel support, you want to feel encouraged, and still feel like a kid again. And that's kind of what you folks are here. You're kids again. And it's a wonderful opportunity to be retired and have the time to do these things. Beanbag baseball definitely brings that out. And the new kid in town is chair volleyball, which is something I'm very happy a resident suggested to me, and we tried it, and it actually went very well. Had a lot of good participation and feedback, and this gave a chance to experience a sport, but you stay in your chair, so it's a little bit easier than having to stand, though beanbag baseball can be played from a scooter. A lot of people don't know that, and some folks that aren't sports say, I don't like these, but I promise you I will encourage you, and if you can just focus more on the camaraderie and the opportunity, you're going to be a part of some of the biggest activities on campus. Let me quickly move from there. From there, I have choral. Today, we are starting a church choir group. I'm expanding the music program to go beyond just choir arrangement styles, because they can be more complicated, and unfortunately a couple of residents were a little intimidated because we have some excellent choral singers here. They weren't trained by me. I'm just basically bringing us together and bringing a group from novice singers all the way up to basically we have professionals here and folks that have sang in church choirs. We're not the Mormon Tabernacle, but we have a beautiful sound. And I think one of the biggest things our choir does, we connect very well with our audience in the programs we choose, the tone we deliver, because you can't make a song on pitch. That's one of the beautiful things, is bringing it together and bringing that experience. And our concerts were very successful. And choral can be difficult. I've had a lot of choral members give me tips and things where things weren't as smooth as they would have liked, but I'm always open, and they know that, and they've learned again that guilelessness.
That's a great word.
I'm very no one likes criticism, but
that
it's
means
always
we're just going to try it, doesn't
That's right. And I bring a lot of expertise, but I'm always open. And if as an expert I see it differently, I will have an open discussion with you. And I think that's sometimes where that giddy side goes out, and you'll see my management and mom side come out. And it's sometimes surprising to folks, and I'm always open to improvement. But again, as an expert in areas too, I will definitely, we will look at this and do the best that we can. And I try my best to. I'm one of those people, I do try to please everybody, but I'm wise enough to know I may not. But my percentages are pretty high, so I'm happy. And and there's just so much. We deliver cupcakes around the building. I deliver things. I offer free IT help because computers were in my background, and I understand how databases work. I brought the Touchdown class, and that even inspired us to go a little further. And now Michelle does a wonderful iPhone class because we want you to be comfortable, and we don't want to call Geek Squad. I could talk on forever. You'll learn to notice that. So I'm going to cut off. But administratively, I basically touch almost every aspect. They haven't let me in dining yet, but if they need me, I'll answer the call.
But if you're careful, you'll see at lunch or supper sometimes even, Lisa Shockley hanging around the dining room. Maybe, Lisa, you're looking for an activity to begin there.
Don't tempt me. I will start singing and dancing spin of a dime. It just, I don't know, but music has always moved me so much, and literally moved me. And I love to sing. I can't even express how much I love to sing. And I hadn't been singing as much before I came here, but I'd done a lot of it in my past, and played piano growing up, classical ballet training. And then as an Apache Bell, for example, my director was from the 1920s or something, was very old, didn't know our name, so he only knew me as number 6. But I've had this exposure to so many genres of music that goes so far back. My parents, my grandparents, my classical background, my dance background, to very old directors, on up through high school, just before I came here. I can't even tell you, and I didn't appreciate music as much as when I was younger, but just all those experiences, as I said in the beginning, have culminated, and I have a true appreciation, and my heart is just literally on my sleeve. And so you'll catch me singing in the elevators down the hallways, but it just comes from a very innate place in me, and to be able to share that, and even more importantly, to allow me to sing with so many of you, it's humbling, and it's an amazing part of my day. So I'm going to again kind of cut there.
Lisa, you are a gift of encouragement. You provide the means of hope in so many settings around our independent living community. It's been a gift to have you today. Thank you, Lisa Shockley. From discouragement to hope, that's the theme. And while Lisa's been sharing opportunities here, we know that some of you may be living in a little bit of discouragement, looking and not knowing where to find hope. Well, the old hymn reminds me, and perhaps you too, the old gospel hymn, "My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness." Lisa Shockley, if you'll permit Chaplain Dan to say it, you are an incarnation of Christ's hope here in this place. Thank you for being with us today. Friends, we'll be together again this week, twice more, to talk about from discouragement to hope. This session, I hope, introduced the opportunities that are available to you. God bless you for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, Lisa.
And I wanted to say thank you, Dan. And I just wanted to make one closing comment. I believe very strongly in giving hope and happiness to everyone. So I do hope that you always see that. And Dan, it was so lovely for you to have me. So thank you. And I look forward to touching all of your lives as best as I can. So don't be discouraged. We have so much here that we have that many communities don't have, and I'm so blessed to be able to be here with you. So thank you, Dan.
Amen, Lisa. We'll see you again next time. God bless.
Thank you.
Push the
I was
stop button.
holding